Hello and welcome to my channel, On the Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. And let's find out what's been on the hook. Well, today I have several things to talk about, so grab that crochet project and we will get started. But first of all, I would like to ask you to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, and like this video if you think it's worth something to you. I think that would be awesome if you would do that. And also join the community. Now down in the description box there is a link that you click on to join the community, and when I release a pattern you'll be the first to know. You'll also get a special discount to use in my Etsy shop if you so desire. So I just wanted to let you all know that. I'd like to start off with a greeting. I hope everyone is okay. I hope you're doing well and staying indoors. I don't like staying indoors. In fact, today I have a luncheon with social distancing with some friends, so we'll see how that goes. We have decided to get together, but we're not going to get near each other. So that'll be an interesting way to eat. But I enjoy getting out now. I haven't been out in so many weeks, except for my trip out of town when the tornado flew through here. So I have been sequestered in my home, just as most of you have, if you're not working an essential job. Maybe you're getting a little bit weary of that. I am. I'll be glad when things open up a little bit. So we're looking forward to that. I have a shout out to my two sisters-in-law who I found out on Easter evening when we had our Zoom meeting that they actually watch my videos. I thought nobody was watching from my family, so I welcome Lori and Pam. If you're watching this, thank you for watching my channel. I certainly do appreciate it. There are no other family members that I know that actually watch, so that was kind of nice to hear that. All right, first of all, I'd like to start with a pattern correction. You know I have over 30 patterns in my Etsy shop now, and a very nice subscriber named Esther wrote to me and said she had been working on her Sunny Summer Scarf, which is a pattern in my Etsy shop, and it's a summer scarf made from ice yarns. It's half acrylic and half cotton, a very nice yarn, and this is what it looks like. It's a very cute little scarf, and it's definitely for summertime wear. And she had started it several times and said that she just couldn't get it right. So I looked at the pattern and I realized that I had made a mistake on row 1. So I have since gone out to Etsy, deleted the old pattern and put a new pattern up that has the corrections in it. But for those of you who bought it, and I had a lot of people buy this particular pattern, I don't know how you're making it, maybe just crochet inspiration or something to make a change, I don't know. Most of y'all are pretty creative, so it could be that you've already fixed the pattern. On page 3, I had stated that you chain, I think 27 or something, but I've changed it to chain 28 with your J hook and then double crochet in the 7th chain from the hook. And I had said it incorrectly and it was off a couple of stitches, and what I did, I think I figured out what I did on my first row. I just kind of ad-libbed at the end and I didn't really check that particular 7th chain to crochet into, and so I added a chain to the whole chain so it'd be easier to correct it at the end. So if you want a corrected version, just email me, or you can just remember that you chain 28. If you can just write it on your pattern, chain 28 and then double crochet into the 7th chain, and that will get it right. That'll make you'll have 8 window panes across. Now if you make a change to it, of course, if you make it wider or more narrow, then you will have to adjust those numbers, and maybe that's what you're doing too, I don't know. But she's the only person I heard from, and thank you so much, Esther, for pointing that out. I appreciate that more than you know. I don't like to have an incorrect pattern out there at all, and I've been fairly lucky so far. I haven't had too many, but that is a pattern correction. And like I said, if you want a new pattern for the Sunny Summer Scarf, you can email me and I will send you the corrected PDF file for that. Next up, I'd like to talk about a finished object that I have. Actually, I'm wearing it, and I've asked Crystal to wear the other version. This is my Golden Cross summer sweater, which is a pattern on my Etsy shop, of course. I made this again, and if you remember my video, I took a trip after the tornado and I grabbed this cream cotton from Michaels. It's the Loops and Threads brand and a K hook. And I made the original, which Crystal is wearing, it with a J hook. I made this with a J hook, and I made this with a K hook. And I'll show you the difference. I'll stand up here next to Crystal. She has on a white undershirt here, and so do I. And this is what it looks like. I made it very, very short, which I'm not excited about, but I'm just going to leave it this way. It's a little, it's really a crop sweater. This is what I would consider a crop because my waist is right here, so it's just below my waist. And this requires a tank top under it. It was just too open a weave with the K hook, and I'll show you what that looks like underneath so you can see clear through it. So I have to wear a white tank top underneath, which is not a big deal. I don't really mind. And today I'm wearing it with some white pants and my tank top. I've just got it pulled down and kind of hanging down below the sweater. I don't really love this look, but it's okay. It'll get me through. I'm not going to do anything to the sweater, I don't think. If I do anything to the sweater, I will increase the length and put another couple of inches on it. Otherwise, it's very comfortable, very pretty, and I love the way the sleeves turned out. They're a little bit smoother than these. I think I know the reason. I want to tell you so you can use this, put this in your crochet mind, and next time you make a pattern, you will remember it. On this sweater, I put too many stitches in here. I thought they were right, but honestly, they need to be spaced out a little better. And so when I made the sleeve, this seems to pucker out right here because I put too many, I think they're single crochets along there, maybe half doubles. That first row that connects the sleeve to the body of the sweater, I used too many stitches right there. And I didn't notice it until I put it on and I thought, what is that? I'm not really sure what that is. So I should have spaced them out better right here, right at the shoulder seam. And so when I decreased, it turned out okay. It was okay, but right here I had a little bit of a bulge. And even on the other side, I don't think that happened. I don't think that happened over here as much. I have a tiny bulge right here. So now I've worked on my second version of this sweater. And I have corrected that because I looked at that and I thought, I love the sweater. I will wear the sweater. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's not perfect. And so to make it perfect, I would have to space out this first row of crochet that attaches the sleeve to the body of the sweater. Now, on this sweater, it turned out basically perfect. There's one extra stitch right there. You might be able to see that. I think that may be what that is. But the sleeves lay flatter. Look at this. I mean, it's just so different. And it's because I used fewer stitches along here to connect the sleeve to the sweater. So that makes this look even better, and I really like the way it looks. I also added an extra row at the bottom on the sleeve. So the sleeve is a tiny bit longer than this sleeve. Just a tiny bit, one single crochet row. But to me, it made a little bit of a difference. I like that length just a little bit better. It's not quite to the elbow bend right there, but it's only about an inch above. And that's a really nice length for me. My arms aren't as beautiful as they used to be. So I don't really wear a lot of sleeveless things unless I can wear a jacket over it or a little sweater. And when it's real hot, yes, I'll wear a sleeveless tank or something. My America tank is an example. I really like that, but I wouldn't wear it just anywhere because my arms aren't as beautiful as they used to be. You young girls, if you're out there, enjoy those arms because there's not a whole lot you can do to make them much more beautiful than they are now. So enjoy having those pretty arms. But when you get a little bit older, you can always crochet a little bit longer sleeve, and that's what I do. So I just wanted to show you that. That is our what I'm wearing section of the video. I also want to remind you that I recorded a video last Friday and I wore my woodland tweed, and some people were saying, where is your video for the woodland tweed? It was on Friday's video, and what I'll do is I will put a link to that video on the end of this video so you can find it. But that's where I'm wearing the woodland tweed, and it's really kind of my rollout video for this particular sweater. I really like this sweater. It's made with Tweedy yarn from Stylecraft. I love, love, love it. And several of you have written me and said that you bought the Tweedy yarn and you were going to make this woodland tweed with it. So I'm excited to see those pictures. Please send me a picture if you make that. If you make any of my sweaters, you're welcome to put a post on Facebook. It's really interesting to see all the beautiful sweaters out there. And when they're made in a different color altogether, they look beautiful too. And I really like the way y'all choose your colors. I really do. It's, you know, some things I would never think of. And then I see them pop up on Facebook, and it's exciting to see those works of art that y'all create with your crochet. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you for helping. She'll be back next time, so I'll give her a little bit of a rest, and we'll change her clothes for the next video. All right. The next item I have on my list that I want to talk about is works in progress. This is a work in progress that I've had going on for quite a while. This is the Sea and Sky sweater, and it's made from Audine Wools, which was sponsored by Creative Grandma's Glenda Winkleman. I really love this yarn. I really love this yarn. It is so soft, and it's going to be cool. I'm going to make it long sleeve like I've been saying all this time. So what I've done is finish the front and the back. There's the front and the back. I haven't sewn them together. See, that's the side seam. But I have made the neckline, and all my decreases are marked with stitch markers here. Somebody asked me the other day, do I need those stitch markers? Well, I put them in on the first side that I do, and actually I put them in on both sides just to be sure that they're exactly the same. I don't want to get up here and say, I wonder if I decreased on that row. It's hard to see them after you decrease. So as soon as I crochet the decreased stitch, I put a stitch marker right in there. And once you get in the habit of it, you'll have a lot of stitch markers in your fabric, but it's better to have too many than not enough. I wonder sometimes where the shoulder seam is, so I keep that marked for a long time. There it is. I have a yellow marker there on my shoulder seam so that when I get over here to the sleeve, I'll know where the halfway mark is. And then I've marked it again over here on the edge of the fabric. So when I put the sleeve on, I'll know exactly where the shoulder seam is. Also, I've marked the edge of the sleeve. So when I lay this out flat and I crochet from this marker to this marker across the shoulder seam right there, then that'll be the width of my sleeve, and that'll be the measurement around here, right around there. So let me show you how far I've crocheted on this. Right now I am making the first sleeve, and hopefully it won't take me much longer now because the ribbing's already done at the bottom, if you can see that. This is the ribbing at the bottom of the sweater. So that's already done. All I have to do is sew the side seams. But I have started on the sleeve on this side, and there is the sleeve. It starts right there, and this is how far I've gotten. I'm keeping my pattern of my 3-row repeat right here. Here's the edge. Here is one of the decreases I'm doing, actually one under here, to pull that sleeve down. So instead of putting them on the top, I think I actually did one on the top, but I'm doing some at the underarm so that it will pull this sleeve down. I want it to, the sleeve comes very far down my arm because this is a very boxy sweater. And those of you who like boxy sweaters, here's another one. This is what it looks like on. This is how far I've gotten on the sleeve, almost to the elbow right now. This is where I am at this point. And then the sides, I think it's got a lot of ease in it. It's probably got 6 inches of ease in this one. And that's plenty for a boxy for me. If you want to do 10 inches, you can. I've seen sweaters up to 15 inches of ease. And boxy sweaters are just made that way. And my essential sweater, my summer essential, is made that way. It's very, very boxy, but it's so comfortable. And I'm tempted to wear it now. It's really a little cool for it, honestly. Around here it's been high in the 50s and very chilly. Now today it's going to be in the 60s, so I'm okay in this sweater, but I think I'm going to get quite a bit of wear out of my summer essentials. I think I'm excited about that. It's made from the same yarn as this, and you can get it from Knit Crate. I think they still have it available in 3 colors, the browns, the blues, and the pinks. and I've really enjoyed having this. I have a whole set of 3 hanks of the brown and green kind of natural colors, and I might like to knit something out of that. I know I'm getting the knitting bug, and I'd like to learn how to knit, but right now I'm still crocheting and loving it, loving every minute of it. I really love to crochet. That's my first love. So those of you who knitted first, that may be your first love. But I've really enjoyed crocheting all these years, and I would never not crochet. I just want to learn to knit, because there are other things that you can do with knitting that you can't really do with crochet. Now I'm going to talk about an acquisition that I received this week. I received the Knit Crate bag. It's not a Knit Crate box anymore. I'm sure that has to do with the post office and social distancing and all that. This is the card that I received in the Knit Crate bag, and there is no pamphlet, no brochure in there like there usually is. I really like those, but I understand that, except that on the back they give you a link to go to get the patterns that were supposed to be in the little magazine that they usually send out every month. And I went to that link and it was dead. It just took me to the Knit Crate link, which is, I looked all around there and I didn't see a link. This is the April 2020 Knit Crate. On the back, the link says March 20. So I don't know why this is April 20 and their link would say March 20. Maybe I should type in April 20 and I'll see if that works. But I tried this morning before my video so I could show you some of the patterns that were in the actual brochure, but I'll do that later today. But in the bag was some beautiful yarn. I ordered the Not Naturals, but there was another one on there that I ordered. I changed my order and I wanted this color because it is a gorgeous raspberry color, and I'll put that up there. See all those little sparkles in there? It's loaded with sparkles. There's a lot of sparkle in this yarn, and the yarn itself is called URU yarn, which, you know, it's the colorway is ruby. Here's the tag that was on it. It's called Sugared Sport, and it's a sport weight yarn, 300 yards on the hank, 100 grams, and it's made from 70% merino superwash wool, 20% nylon, and 10% stellina, which is, I know, it must be the sparkle in there. There's 20% of that. That's a lot, and there is a lot of stellina in here. So I've really enjoyed working with it. I had to start something, so I wound it on my ball winder, and this is what it looks like on the ball. Look at that. It is just amazing. Really beautiful. So I decided to make something from it. I'm just going to make a tank top, I think, for summertime, because this is really a tiny yarn. It is sort of like fingering to me. Sport is kind of fingering. Depends on which country you're in. So I'm finding out all kinds of things about yarn weights, and there's a lot of discrepancy between 2s and 3s. Not so much 1s, because those are lace yarn. Everybody can kind of figure out what a lace yarn is, but a 2 and a 3 yarn is different in different countries. So they say this is a sport yarn, which I thought was between a 2 and a 3, and that's really kind of what it looks like. But this is what it looks like crocheted in a half double crochet. That's all I've done is a half double crochet, and I have about 7 or 8 inches done on this. It's not going to be boxy, so it shouldn't take that long to make. It does have some ease in it, though. It's probably, oh yeah, it does have about, it may have 4 inches of ease in it. Now that I've been working on it, I just work on it when I'm on the phone or when I'm reading emails. I'll work on this. I'm making this with an eye hook, and I have 2 hanks of yarn that came in the Knit Crate box, and I ordered 1 more just so I didn't run out. I don't want to run out of yarn, and I looked today on the website and this is not available. I mean, I didn't see it under the Member Central, which is the special place you go to get this at a discount. It's normally nearly $20, but I got it for $13, and then I had some bonus points for Knit Crate, and so it ended up being, $12 and something, I don't know. So now that I'm working through it, I figured up that an inch would take me a certain number of grams, and I would not have enough to put a little short sleeve in the sweater unless I ordered another hank. So I went ahead and ordered another hank. But see, I'm making it with an eye hook. I don't want to forget, because I messed up on this one using a K hook. I still used, when I got home, I put the J hook trim on it, and it brought in the neck very beautifully. It looks fine, but it's still crocheted a little bit too loose. See, right through there. I don't mean to keep bringing this up, but it's important what hook you use. And I just went ahead and made the sweater because I didn't have another hook. So I went ahead and did that. And I thought there was a Joann's there, there's a Michael's there, but you had to order it online and then go pick it up. And I just wasn't in the mood for all that. So I just used the hook that I had. But that is my Knit Crate box opening and whip. So I've got a whip going on there. That work in progress is not something that was on my plan of things to do, and it's not something that I'm going to worry myself about. But that is a whip, and it is an acquisition, so it came in this week. All right, so that's enough about me. I'm going to insert a video from Jo with her latest bag right here.
Hi Jeannie, it's Jo again, and hi all the viewers that like to see my bags. I have just finished another one for Diana in North Carolina, and we have waited a long time to get this bag finished. I just want to say Diana has waited, and we've talked, and finally it came time to make her bag, and she's going to be really happy with it, I think. So she initially told me she wanted pinks and grays and kind of country faded type of look, and she liked bees and butterflies and things like that. So I saw this fabric, and I've not done this before, but right before I cut fabric, I was in a quandary about which ones to pick for her. And so I sent her some pictures, and she fell in love with one of the fabrics. That is the main fabric of this bag, and it's beehives. So this is the first time I've made a beehive bag, and it's really, really cute. It's kind of faded. It's got the soft grays, and it's got soft yellows, and she liked that color as well. And then she also liked soft pinks. So for the front, I found this fabric that to me looked like a bumblebee type of pattern in flight. And it was pink. And then I chose for the country look for gingham for the inside of the pocket. And then the, I'll show you the stitch marker. I thought it came out pretty nice. Very nice. And she didn't want any zippers or any pockets other than the one that comes with all the bags. So she wanted a snap on top, so she has a snap on top. And of course she has the stitch markers that come on all of my bags. And since she didn't have a zipper, I didn't have any place to put a little stitch marker or a pull tab that I put on the zipper. So I just put one on here for her because she's waited so long, and I appreciate her patience. Then the binding is the same as the front of the bag pouch. Then what I did that is also different with this bag, for the bottom I have this black and gray type of fabric, and so I repeated it in the handles as I often do. And I found this stitch on my machine that is it's probably upside down. Yeah, it's upside down. Let's see if I can show you. It's the cutest thing. It's bumblebees. And then this, to me, looks like honeycomb. So I just did a little stitch of bumblebees and honeycomb and bumblebees and honeycomb. I did it the same on both handles. So that's a little extra flair or touch that I've not done before. So this goes to Diana, North Carolina. And Diana, I hope you love this bag. Thank you so much. Bye.
Today is Friday, and it's giveaway day. So what I talked about on Monday is what we're giving away today. And I want to show you quickly what they will be. Gift number one is the Crochet Magazine, the newest edition, which is Summer 2020. Lots of really nice patterns in here. I love this magazine. Of course, I love most all crochet magazines. Giveaway winner number 2 will receive Crochet World. This is the newest edition of Crochet World. It's June of 2020. Lots of wonderful patterns in that as well. It's such a fun read to sit down and look through a crochet magazine. I see all kinds of things I want to make, and then I have to compose myself and say, no, you can't make all those. And giveaway winner number 3 will receive a 7.0 millimeter crochet hook, which is a little bit scarce. I've had several people write me say they've never seen this in a store. And I've been using this particular size for many years, but I don't know how I came across it. But now I order them from Amazon, and I hate to do that. I'd like to go to Joann's, but they don't have this. This is a good size to use for either a big size 3 or a size 4 yarn project. The K hook is a 6.5 millimeter. This is the green clover hook. And this is the 7.0, which is a yellow hook. And then the pink hook is an L, which is 8.0. So this is between these two crochet hooks. And it's nice to have a choice. If you don't really think this is big enough and this is too big, you could use a 7.0. So I use these all the time. I use all those 3 sizes quite a bit. But the 7.0 is hard to find. So that will go to giveaway winner number 3. So let's turn the camera to the computer and find out who our giveaway winners are this week. Okay, so here we are with our camera pointed toward the computer. Here is the URL from last Monday, from April 20. This is the keyword. The keyword was tweed, and we're going to filter comments based on that. So let me get the comments for this particular video. And there were lots of comments, 483 unique commenters with that particular hashtag, that particular text, sorry. So let's go over here and find out who wins the Crochet Magazine. This is the Crochet Magazine, and that magazine goes to Gail Williams. Gail, it's so good to see you actually use the word tweed in your comment. So you are the winner of the Crochet Magazine. Let's pick another winner. This is for the Crochet World Magazine, which is the newest version, of course. Oh, we got to start it. Sorry. I'll eventually figure out how to do this. I've been doing this for a year. Okay, the winner is Tia Hill. Tia Hill. You have won the Crochet World Magazine. So there's the word tweed right there. So we're all clear about who gets to win these giveaways. Let's pick another winner. And the third winner of the 7.0 crochet hook by Clover is Karen Kuntsarbis. Whoops, Karen Kuntsumbaras. Okay, and she used the word tweed right there. So congratulations to all 3 winners. I'm excited for you. Thank you for entering, and thank everybody for joining in. I'll do another one next week. Well, congratulations to the winners this week. I will get those in the mail to you as soon as possible. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And I'll see you back here on Monday when we find out what's on the hook.